Genesis 3:7. Then the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. This morning I was reading in Genesis about how Adam and Eve's eyes were opened, and they saw that they were naked, and they were ashamed. And as I was thinking on that, how sin exposes you, how it brings that feeling of nakedness, of being uncovered, it reminded me something I recently watched. There is this YouTube channel I follow. It's called Mom of Six in Japan. I like it because it's wholesome, just a family of 6 kids, and you see their everyday life and how they interact. Something happened with their 7-year-old son that really stuck with me. He had pressured a friend into giving him Pokemon cards. He threw a tantrum and kind of manipulated the situation. When his parents found out, they did the right thing. They went with him to the other boy's house, returned the cards, and had him apologize. But then they gave him another consequence. The dad shaved his head. Not completely bald, but enough where it was noticeable. And you could see it, the effect it had on him. He would wear a baseball cap, trying to cover it. But now he was exposed. Everyone could see it. His siblings, kids at school, and you know how kids are. Even his little brother used it against him, saying, "You're bald," making fun of him. And that's what hit me, that feeling of exposure. That's what I see in Genesis. When Adam and Eve sinned, they were exposed. They saw themselves differently. They felt shame, just like this little boy. And their instinct was to cover it up. That's exactly what that little boy was doing, trying to cover it up with a cap, not wanting people to see. Because when you're exposed like that, you feel vulnerable. You feel open to being judged, ridiculed, looked at differently. And spiritually, that's what sin does. It exposes you. Now, I know that some people thought that punishment was too harsh. There was a lot of controversy about it. But the way I saw it, I saw something deeper. There's a principle in Scripture, I'm paraphrasing, but it talks about rebuking openly so others may fear. Not fear in a bad way, but a seriousness. So others see it and think, I don't want to go down that path. And in that situation, the siblings saw it. They saw the consequence. And it puts something in them, like, be careful. And for the boy himself, he learned something. Not to manipulate, not to take what isn't his. So I didn't see it as just harsh. I saw it as purposeful. But there's another side to this. Once the punishment is given, it shouldn't keep going. That part stood out to me too. Because when his brother kept making fun of him, using it as a weapon, that's where it crosses a line. He already received his consequence. Now it turns into something else, something that tears down. And that made me think about Cain. After Cain sinned and killed Abel, judgment came. But then God put a mark on him and said, "Innocent, don't touch him." So even though Cain had sinned, there was still a boundary. And that's how I see it. There's exposure, there's consequence, there's learning. But then there has to be a point where it stops, where it doesn't turn into continual shame or being torn down by others. So bringing it back to Genesis, sin exposes, it brings shame, it makes you want to hide, to cover. But man's covering, like fig leaves or even a cap, it's not enough. And that's what I'm still thinking on.